Hey, something a little different that is going on in the shop today that I thought would be fun to share. Have this this cool old K F-hole acoustic. It's a full big body jazz box. It's actually very good sounding. This particular K has a lot of stuff that the Ks don't. Most importantly is, yes, ladies and gentlemen, an adjustable truss rod. Now I will say that I actually still had to take the neck off and do a neck reset on this guitar. But between having the neck back in the position that it should be, and I've got it perfect, I now have the guitar playing very nicely. It's a pretty neat looking guitar. This one actually does have binding going around everywhere, front and back. A little better quality than most of the Ks from this period. And I decided this guitar deserves a pickup. And I want to stay, sort of vintage correct and put a P90 in the neck position. Okay? But this guitar is pretty braced up in through here. There are no posts going from the top to the bottom or anything. And I decided I didn't want to mess with cutting into the bracing and having to, to fix that or to make the bracing work. And so it came down to, how am I going to do it? Basically, I want to put a P90 on this guitar, and all I want to do is put 2 screws on each side to hold the pickup in place, and a small hole for the lead wire to go through to the traditional volume and tone controls, right? So there's what we're trying to do. How are we going to do it? Because see, our problem is, this is what a P90 looks like inside, okay? You will notice that, yes, indeed, there's quite a bit there. It has these screw pole pieces going through a coil down to a pair of magnets on each side that are wedged onto to a little keeper bar on those screws. Okay? And then there's a base plate. So all of that takes more room than what I have available underneath the strings here. Okay? So now a P90 cover plate will in fact just barely fit underneath here. But you'll notice that it doesn't match the arch of the guitar very well at all, right? And this, by the way, is what the P90 Bobbin looks like inside. So this is something I've done several times before, but I've never videoed the experience. What I'm going to do is I will take a P90 cover, a black one, probably not this cream, although the cream actually doesn't look that bad, does it? And I will sand the bottom of the cover to match the curve of the body of the guitar, or at least pretty closely match it so that it will in fact fit down nice and flush on there. And that will also then give me the space I need here. It's getting a little too high on that, or a little too close on that high E string. Okay? Sure. I will also then take the bobbin and I will sand it as much as possible to also match the bottom curvature of the top of the guitar, right? So that leaves us, now we've got a cover and a bobbin that are going to fit pretty nicely on here. That leaves us with, maybe I should I do it? Okay. So that leaves us with the problem that we've still got these magnets and screws and base plates hanging underneath. So what am I going to do there? I'll be right back. Okay, did you miss me? I'm actually going to take these AlNiCo rod magnets. These are AlNiCo 5. And I will cut them to be just the right size to go into the P90 bobbin and be flush with the bottom of the bobbin. This will be the new bobbin that I've sort of carved out a little bit to match the top of the guitar. Okay, and I will drill the holes through so that the magnets fit tightly in them. In other words, it'll be sort of fender style. Instead of having just non-magnetic screws with magnets pushing at the bottom of those screws, it actually will be, honest to goodness, AlNiCo or AlNiCo magnets. Okay? That does a couple of important things for me. Obviously, the biggest one is it's going to make the whole shoot and match fit, right? But the number two thing it's going to do for me is also pretty cool, which is on, I should just throw these again, but I won't do that. On a big body, wide open, fully hollow guitar like this, just a neck P90 tends to feed back and be too fat and woolly, right? I mean, if what you want is oh, boom, 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 it does okay. But when you're actually trying to make it a usable guitar in a nice Americana band situation, that might not be exactly what you want. And here's the deal. The reason why is these non-magnetic screws with the AlNiCo magnets on the bottom, there's a lot of magnetic power in these magnets, but it's not, you know, direct, right? It's transferring that to the steel screws. And what you end up with when I take my handy dandy little Gauss meter, this is a beautiful meter by the way, and I put it on one of these. Let's see here. Okay, there you go. Are you checking it out? So we have a total there, you'll see this is a south facing up, a peak of just under 300 Gauss. Oh, we just went above, 330. Okay, that's a, so, okay. So you end up with that scenario. You like this lighting, by the way? This is the afternoon sunset coming in. So what we end up with there is about 350 Gauss on the pole pieces. That's not a lot. With the actual AlNiCo 5 slugs, we will, rods, there we go, that's probably the right term. We will actually wind up with a Gauss reading that's more in the neighborhood of 750 to 800. Okay? So I will in fact have to cut them down to the right size, and I'll even cut them in the stagger that I want and fully charge them, which they'll be fairly small, so that'll charge up to about 750, 800 Gauss. That's twice as much Gauss. Higher Gauss, basically in pickups, means a brighter tone. That is going to be a good thing. So it's great, and it's going to be awesome. I've done this before. Trust me, it's going to be awesome. Okay? And when all is said and done, in our beautiful old K, we will only have 2 holes, 2 little itty bitty screws where we've mounted the P90, and 1 tiny little hole for the guitar's lead to come through down to the volume and tone control and the output jack. Okay? Which means, hey, the guitar is structurally intact, baby. So, there you go. Let's do this thing.
that addictive personality, it's like, okay, all right, I can drink this Coke. I can just have a sip of yours, and it's like, can I have another sip? Okay, you know what? Just go get me my own. And that's how it starts.
Hey guys, okay, so let's see what this thing sounds like. Sitting here, oh by the way, I should introduce you to my posse. This is Baby Bear. Baby Bear is a little Yorkie poo boy. He might make a sound every now and then, you never know. And the other member of the posse here is our little pug pin Lily. My daughter calls her a puglet. She's a miniature pug and a miniature pinscher. And she's 100% sweet. Okay. So there. That's my puppy posse, as I call them. So you'll hear the clickety-clacking of their little paws and maybe even the little whinings and whimperings. And they hate it when I play out of tune, so if you hear howling, well, yeah, you'll know what that's all about. You all know that an amp sounds best with something sitting on top of it. Originally for me, that was a beer can. And then it went to a bottle of whiskey. And then it went to a cup of coffee, and now I'm on green tea. That's what getting old will do for you right there. Okay. Sorry, gang. I'm a cheesy son of a gun. I hope you all don't mind that. So here's the pickup. And again, this pickup is basically a lot more like a Jazzmaster pickup built into a P90 frame. And we just have a volume and a tone control. I'm starting with the tone at about 50%. Okay? On the amp's clean channel. Turn the reverb down a little for you. Okay. Turn the tone all the way up. Oh, sorry. That was me on that chord, by the way, taking this little G, high G and... Yeah, it's kind of bending it right off the fret. Sorry about that. Let's roll the tone all the way down. So the only high frequencies you're hearing are coming from actually off of the guitar, man. It's like way rolled down. I used to put one tone cap on a 500K pot, so it's got a lot of range. Check this tone range out. Yeah. It's like, why put a tone control in a guitar that is not really functional? Okay, so I'm digging pretty much. I will show you right now the one little sort of secret thing. Oh my god, my hair looks bad. You know, I quit caring about my hair somewhere around 10 years ago, but when it's this bad, sorry. One little secret weapon I did put on here, I wound this pickup to about 10,000 turns, which is pretty much standard for a P90. It's also pretty much standard for a Jazzmaster. But I put a tap in at 4,000 turns, which is very low output, okay? And I did that because, one, I know a pickup up here in the neck position on a big full hollow body like this is going to squeal a lot, and I wanted a lower output, brighter version because of that, and also one that would sound more acoustic. So let's see what that goes. Okay, so here it is. Now I'm going to pull out the tone control to tap it. Okay. There you go, baby. It's very acoustic-like. That's here it is back to full. And tapped. Yeah, see? That's my little secret weapon there. So it's only a one pickup guitar, which looks so frickin' perfect, but it's got two very distinctly different sounds. I tell you what, I was going to do a little bit of a comparison. Yeah, okay, sure. Why not, huh? If you've seen enough, well then quit listening. If not, I'll do a little comparison. I'm going to put it back into the full pickup mode and put the tone on 5, and I will compare it to this, my 1958 ES 125 TD, okay, which has the original P90 pickups in it, to see what we got. Okay, tone on 5, volume on full. Okay, how do you like that? That's my handy-dandy guitar switcher there. So we are on the neck pickup with the volume and tone full on. It's a much mellower sound, isn't it? But check it out, man. We go up just one gain stage. Where is it? There it is. See what I'm saying? Okay. So let's do the handy-dandy switcher back to here and see if we can duplicate that warmer tone. And I think we can. Roll the tone down to about 3 here. About 2. So there you go. But here's what this guitar can do that that guitar can't. I'm going to turn it back up to that high gain stage now. Okay? With tone wide open. Or how about See, baby? Huh? You weren't expecting that off a guitar like this, were you? So let's see what that sounds like on this guitar. Dead as a frickin' doornail, huh? Okay, so, there you go. That was kind of my whole deal, what I was trying to do. Oh, by the way, for what it's worth, I still love this guitar, don't get me wrong. I ain't dissing on the 58 or nothing, baby. Well, so I think that's about it. I'm going to say home run, score, and for those of you who would like me to do this to your guitar, sure, it costs a lot of money because it takes a lot of time. For those of you who want to do it for yourself, there you go, have at it.